On 22nd April 2025, the picturesque tourist spot of Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir turned into a scene of unimaginable horror. Pakistan-sponsored foreign terrorists carried out a brutal attack, executing targeted killings on religious lines. In a matter of minutes, they gunned down 26 innocent civilians, 25 tourists and one local pony owner in cold blood. The attack shocked the nation and exposed once again Pakistan's ongoing sponsorship of terrorism against India. Hello and welcome to Deep Dive by NewsX, and I'm Megha Sharma. Today we unpack the people named in the charge sheet filed by the NIA. After an intensive 8-month investigation, the National Investigation Agency has filed a detailed 1,597-page charge sheet in the case before the Special Court in Jammu. This document not only traces the conspiracy directly to Pakistan but also marks a historic first. Lashkar-e-Toiba, along with its proxy and resistance force, has been charged as a legal entity holding the terrorist organization itself accountable rather than just individual leaders. The charge sheet names 7 accused, including a top Pakistan-based LET handler and terrorists directly involved in the plot. Charges have been invoked under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita Arms Act, Unlawful Activities Prevention Act and Provision for Waging War Against India. Let's break down the 7 key names in the charge sheet, who they are, their roles and their current status. First, the mastermind behind the scenes, Sajid Jatt, also known as Saifullah, born on 3rd of September 1982 in Kasur in Pakistan. Sajid Jatt is a top LET commander and the primary Pakistan-based handler for TRF and LET operations in Kashmir. He orchestrated the Pahalgam attack as part of an ISI-directed conspiracy to deploy only foreign terrorists for high-impact religion-based killings, deliberately minimizing local Kashmiri involvement to evade detection. Sajid Jatt has a history of terror. He was the key handler in the 2023 ambush that killed 5 Indian soldiers in Bhata Duri and Poonch. He is designated as an individual terrorist under the UAPA. He is currently alive and at large in Pakistan. Next, the 3 Pakistani terrorists who infiltrated India and carried out the ground execution of the attack. All 3 were neutralized by security forces in July 2025 during Operation Mahadev. The first one of the 3 is Faisal Jatt, alias Suleiman Shah. A Pakistani national from Punjab province, Faisal was one of the infiltrators who directly participated in the Pahalgam killing. He was one of the 3 killed in the Operation Mahadev. The second one is Habib Tahir, alias Gibran. Hailing from Rawalakot in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, Habib was another foreign terrorist who executed the targeted shootings. He was killed in Operation Mahadev. The third terrorist is identified as Abu Hamza. The Pakistani terrorist Abu Hamza, sometimes referred to in reports in Abu Afghani, was the 3rd infiltrator involved in the on-ground attack. He was among the 3rd terrorists that was killed in Operation Mahadev. These 3 attackers were foreign terrorists armed with sophisticated weapons, including M4 assault rifles. Evidence recovered from their hideout includes IDs, belongings and even Pakistani origin chocolates, confirm their nationality and LET links. The remaining 3 are local overground workers from Jammu and Kashmir who provided critical support to the Pakistani infiltrators. The first one is Parvez Ahmed. A Kashmiri local, Ahmed is charged with harboring the 3 Pakistani terrorists, Faisal Jatt, Habib Tahir and Abu Hamza. In the days leading up to the attack, he provided them with shelter, food and logistical support just before they executed the targeted killings in Pahalgam. According to the charge sheet, the terrorists paid him 3,000 rupees for assistance. The first one is Parvez Ahmed, a Kashmiri local. Ahmed is charged with harboring 3 Pakistani terrorists, Faisal Jatt, Habib Tahir and Abu Hamza. In the days leading up to the attack, he provided them with shelter, food and logistical support just before they executed the targeted killings in Pahalgam. According to the charge sheet, the terrorists paid him 3,000 rupees for assistance. Most significantly, this is the first time that Lashkar-e-Toiba and its proxy, the resistance force, have been charged as legal entities themselves, a landmark move that allows the organizations to be held directly accountable in an Indian court. So what happens now? With the 1,597-page charge sheet filed, the special NIA court in Jammu will soon take cognizance of the case and frame formal charges against all 7 accused under stringent laws including the UAPA, the BNS and waging war against India. The 3 slain Pakistani terrorists have been charged posthumously, while the 3 arrested local overground workers will face trial in court. But the big question is, will Pakistan ever be held accountable for harboring masterminds like Sajid Jat, or will it continue to shield the architects of such bloodshed? Ajay Jandal is on the telecast with me. Ajay, shed more light into this latest update. How does this help in bringing about a breakthrough in the case? The National Investigation Agency, what is its scope now in ensuring that these culprits are brought to book?
See, Megha, people, those who are responsible for this massive attack over there, brutal attack in Pahalgam, they were already punished by the security forces when they were killed in outer forest area of the Srinagar, city. But yes, those who basically were responsible planning, facilitating and other things, those who are sitting in Pakistan, they also need to be taught a lesson. They need to be punished, and for that purpose, this investigation was going on. NIA, when handed over the case, we can say that things were not that clear. Only that was, in the knowledge of security forces that 3 terrorists was responsible for this attack. There was information of their code names and other things, but when NIA started investigating the things, they have unearthed each and every linkage of these 3 terrorists, like from where it was executed, who were the people, those who are responsible for this, and who was given this task of carrying out this attack. So from Saifullah, Kasuri, who is sitting in Pakistan and very close area of, Lashkar chief, he, his name, was surfaced when investigation was going on, and it was observed that he was basically mastermind in there behind this, and he had given this task to Sajid Jat, who is responsible for number of terror attacks in the Jammu and Kashmir, whether it is Pahalgam, whether it is a terror attack in Bhata Duriya, where 9 Indian Army Jawans were killed in a almost 15 days long operation. Right. And other than that, there are a number of attacks, including the sub-inspector was shot there in Kashmir. So there are a number of terror attack and civilian killing took place in Jammu and Kashmir, for which Sajid Jat was responsible by, and his name is also in the charge sheet. And other than that, 7 other terrorists, those terrorists and their associate, their name is in the charge sheet, that clearly indicates that NIA was very clear that they don't want to leave any stone unturned to expose the whole network of this terror attack, which who basically was operating jointly, whether somebody was hired for just giving logistic support to these terrorists for only few thousands of rupees, or who is a mastermind. Everyone is definitely framed in this charge sheet, and NIA is going to ensure in the coming time that even if
also, but the big question, the masterminds, the orchestrators, the head of Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, we are talking about the resistance force. This is a proxy organization, terrorist organization of Lashkar-e-Toiba. Their heads, their chiefs, the masterminds are sitting in Pakistan. What is the larger agenda behind the NIA investigation, and how can these terrorists who are being shielded and harbored by Pakistan be brought to book, extradited into India, and a case be proceeded against them?
See, Megha, what we have seen recently, that how Luthra brothers was taken back to India. So it clearly indicates that when there is a will, then there is a way. Definitely, NIA has a framed charge sheet, and they have, they framed the names of the culprits, those who are responsible for facilitating, or those who are basically those who have planned this attack by sitting in Pakistan enemy's land. They will be, they will not be spared. That is what even security forces and the law of the land is going to ensure. And if, law will not work, then security forces are there. And we have seen that what happened in the Operation Sindoor. During the Operation Sindoor, it was not, clear that who is the mastermind. So number of terror launch pad, because it was planned there in Pakistan, and number of terror launch pad, terror headquarters, and number of security forces bases were decimated by the by our security forces. But now the investigation is completed and charge sheet is being filed. I believe that there are possibilities that in coming days we will see that not only Sajid Jatt, who is sitting in Pakistan, who basically was given this task of carrying out massive attack on the civilians in Pahalgam, but also the mastermind Saifullah, he also will not be spared by our authorities, those who are taking care of any kind of such acts.
Right, absolutely. Ajay, thank you very much for giving us an update and shedding more light into the investigation that is going on. All right, on that note, I slip into a short break. Thanks for watching NewsX Deep Dive.